So my talk tonight is why sometimes our best insights are ending up not netting the best decisions from our clients. Or another way of putting it is, let's see how to do this best, what's wrong with my client? I'm sure that's gone through your mind a few times. And so you give them brilliant insights, but they don't have a brilliant outcome. So this is a question that I'm speaking to tonight, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the situation data science is operating under right now. And after I talk about the situation, I'll talk about how people make decisions. And there's been a lot of things that have developed over the past 10, 15 years about how people make decisions that may explain this question that I have. I'm supposed to go over this way?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, all right. I practiced it at home and I walked back and forth, back and forth. Anyway, I'll try to stand still. So I'd like to start off, and then afterwards I'll give you an idea of a solution, something you can do about this to increase the probability that you will get better decisions from your clients. And so I'd like to start with what Dan Ariely says about data science. And I'm sure you probably, if you are a data scientist, you probably have heard this, which is it's a lot like teenage sex. Everybody's talking about it. Nobody really knows how to do it. Everybody claims they're doing it, so of course you want to do it too. So what happens with data science when our clients are like this, they want to be able to say that they're doing it too, is we oftentimes will end up working in an environment that's very chaotic. We have clients that don't know what they want, and they don't know what they need. So it's not a great place to be sometimes. Then on the other hand, you may be working in an environment where data science is now one of the top religions of the world, and they expect you to have all the answers. You're supposed to provide the silver bullet to all their woes. When you give an 80% confidence, they want 100. You give a one-year projection, they want a 5-year. Am I still standing in the right place? Okay. So let's turn now, that's kind of the situation, at least as I see it, of a data scientist, what they're working in, an environment. You may be lucky and yours is not like that. So let's turn now to how people make decisions. If we look at the behavioral sciences, which is like the past 10 to 15 years, what have they learned there? What have the I like to call them El Brainos of academia, taught us? Well, they've taught us, unfortunately, that 95% of humans' decision making is unconscious. It's below your awareness level. It's intuitive, it's impulsive. It's based on metaphors. It's based on associations that you have from your past. And let me ask you, how many of you in the room have ate more than you think you should have in the past 3 months? A couple people. How about drank more than you thought you should have? How many of you have texted while driving? All right, we got people admitting. Okay, so now when you text when you were driving, did you think about how much do I want to live versus, how much do I want to communicate to this person? I don't think so. So you were in this 95% realm. And then, of course, we have the 5% realm, and those of us in data science, we like to think that we're doing more than 5% because this is where you are doing a conscious analytical thought. You're really, your brain power is really going to town in the 5%. But this is only 5% of the time. So let's look at it another way. I'd like to use an optical illusion. Where's my optical specialist? I said, I don't know if I can use this illusion with you in the room. But anyway, it's in the presentation. So indulge me. What is the arrow pointing at the top of the Rubik's Cube? Color. What color? Brown. And the color on the side? Oh, it's hard to tell. Oh, I see. Okay, yellow. Okay, so I like this optical illusion because when you put the barrier across, you can see that in reality, the two colors are the same. So they are the same. I didn't like mess around with the slides or anything. They are the same color. I'm just covering up the surrounding area. But when you remove the barrier, you know, the illusion comes back. So the point here is that you didn't learn anything. I just showed you the answer, but you have a hard time seeing it. So I'd like you to consider vision as a metaphor for decision making. If vision, which we do every day from morning to night, you've done it your whole life, you have a huge part of your brain that's made up for vision. Yet you can be fooled and you can make a mistake. So what about our clients? What about their cognitive capabilities in an area that they don't do all day and that they don't have a huge part of their brain that's been evolutionarily designed to do vision and to do it well? They're working in other parts of their brains that are not so well tuned. What kind of cognitive illusions are they facing when they hear what we have to tell them about the data that we've analyzed? So the question then is, what can we do? So my answer to you is that you need to interview people. You need to talk to people that you're reporting to. You need to talk to all the stakeholders. You need to talk as far up as you can get. Now, I can't tell you exactly how to talk to these people. You have to use your own personality. You have to use your own charm. You have to somehow get these people one-on-one and start talking to them. Now, when you talk to them, you are the little bubble. You are not talking as much as they're talking because you're busy trying to understand the person. You're trying to understand what makes them tick. Now I have another metaphor here, which is an iceberg. And what you see and what you hear in your daily job is at the tip of the iceberg. This is what you're hearing about what they want to hear, what they expect. But there's a whole nother world going on below the surface. And that's what you're not hearing and you're not seeing. And this is what you need to find out. You need to dig. And I mean, the arrow goes up, but you know, I'd like to think of the arrow going down because you're digging. You're trying to find out what's really motivating this person. You know, what's really driving them? What's really, oh, somebody's giving me my time. Oh, 3 more minutes, okay. What are their skills and their knowledge? I mean, somebody may tell you, you know, hey, I graduated from Stanford, you know, with whatever degree they want to tell you, but, you know, you don't know, maybe their father bought a building there and, you know, they really don't have quite that much, you know, knowledge or talent. You want to find out where they are on this spectrum. You want to find out their values and their beliefs, and you even want to find out how they want to view themselves. And the reason you want to do this is because then when you report back to them, you're not only giving them the data, but you're giving them the data in a way that they can digest it. You're giving it to them in a way that they're going to appreciate it. Okay? So this is just my little cartoon to say, it's not about you. This person obviously is a visual person, but they say, what about your audience? It was like the only thing I could find to make this point. But the point is, it's not about you. It's not really about your data per se, unfortunately. You'd like to think it is. It's about how you communicate it. And you've got to communicate it in a way that's effective. And that's really all I have to say. Thank you very much.